it. And we've been telling you a lot about the children who are waiting to be adopted. But what about the adults involved in that process, the adoptive parents or the birth mothers? We want to take a minute just to shed a little more light on their stories. Bryner on the board of the Adoption Exchange, and you've adopted 4 children, and you have one of those that you adopted through the foster care system.
Yes.
Right? And then we've also got Christine Anderson, who's the mother of 3 children through adoption. Thanks for coming. And then Gina Crotts is stopping by, and you actually gave up a child for adoption, and now you're involved with a cause. It's a charity, Birth Mother Baskets.
Yes.
So you have a different perspective on the process and how it affects lives. What are some of the biggest misconceptions about adoption that we face right now?
That children aren't loved, but they're placed because of a wonderful choice that birth mothers and birth families give to them. It's all about love.
Yeah, I think another misconception too is that when a child's adopted, they're going to turn out badly, like there's something wrong with them, or that they don't have as much potential as maybe a child who's born into their family. So, you know, there's quite a few kind of myths out there that I think we deal with as adoptive parents.
And you hear that sometimes they damaged goods. They think there's something wrong. And Gina, you're on the other side of it. You gave a child up, your circumstances in that situation to where you felt that was in the best interest for the child.
Yes.
What has that been like? And you've dealt and worked with a lot of women who've been in that situation.
Yes, and you know, birth moms are regular people who love their children more than anything, and that's why they make the decision to place them for adoption, is because they want them to have a mom and a dad that will love them unconditionally.
Well, there's a chance somebody out there right now listening or watching the program, hearing about today's focus on Wednesday's Child, is thinking, okay, adoption may not be for me, or maybe I haven't considered that there's a place in my home for one of these children. What would you tell them as to the benefits, the upside, the experiences that you've had from that standpoint?
Open your heart. Let those children in, let them touch you and grow, and don't put a limit on who loves your children. In my family, we're learning about sharing, and who better to learn from sharing than birth families and share that love.
Yeah, and I know in our family we teach that love multiplies. You know, and if you don't feel like maybe you're ready to adopt a child who's waiting, look around your home and look inside your heart. Do you have a little bit of love to share? Do you have just a little piece of you that you could share, and let that grow and start that? And it's amazing the changes that can take place in your heart as you learn more about the children that are waiting to be adopted. You
say that word love, and time again we hear these stories from these children, and they say the number one thing, they just want to be loved.
Yes.
To know they have a safe place to go where they are loved. And it's so important, and something we take for granted, I think, a lot of us.
Yes, I think we do.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much we could spend an entire hour talking about your experiences, but we appreciate you sharing some insight with us today.
Thank you.
All right, and again, there's the phone number, 801-237-CHILD. Any way you can help out, please give us a call.